is a woman over the weekend who took it upon herself to research my family history in hopes of digging up some kind of a gotcha moment, a gotcha angle to validate illegal immigration and open borders. And what she found was really shocking, guys. She found that my family who came here in the 1800s from Norway and Germany, that they spoke Norwegian and German.
Okay.
And really what she did is prove that my family came here.
There has always been drama on daytime TV, but occasionally something happens that makes everyone talk. This particular instance was undoubtedly one of those. Conservative analyst Tomi Lahren and The View co-host Sunny Hostin's argument about immigration policies swiftly descended into a full-fledged, ferocious argument about ancestry, hypocrisy, and what it means to be an American.
The idea that immigrants come over here and they don't know anything and they're dragging us down, because we all come from immigrants, including you, Tomi Lahren.
She talks about low skills. What exactly are her skills?
Her second great-grandmother had been here for 10 years, yet spoke no English. Oh, my gosh. 1930 census says Tommy's 3 times great-grandmother had been here for 41 years and still spoke German.
Prior to diving in, to ensure that you never miss the newest Hollywood drama, hit the like button and subscribe. All the juicy arguments and sizzling hot takes that make the internet go crazy. Let's establish the scene now. Tomi Lahren has a history of causing controversy with her uncompromising stance on immigration. She vehemently defends legal immigration and immigration reform, and is an outspoken supporter of a merit-based immigration system. She is a divisive figure who frequently questions the existing quo due to her audacious positions. Sunny Hostin, on the other hand, has made it very evident that she supports a more humane approach, promoting empathy and constantly refuting reactionary immigration tropes. The confrontation between these two was inevitable. When Hostin mentioned Lauren's family background, she ignited the spark by bringing out her inner genealogist. When Lauren's family first arrived in the United States in the 1800s, they didn't even speak English, she said. They had come from Norway and Germany. She pointed out what she perceived as Lauren's duplicity in her argument by implying that this clearly contradicted Lauren's position on contemporary immigration.
Over the weekend who took it upon herself to research my family history in hopes of digging up some kind of a gotcha moment, a gotcha angle to validate illegal immigration and open borders. And what she found was really shocking, guys. She found that my family who came here in the 1800s from Norway and Germany, that they spoke Norwegian and German.
Okay.
And really what she did is prove that my family came here.
However, what may have been a calm, deliberate conversation swiftly turned into a heated, high-stakes battle. Lauren had no intention of giving up. Leaning into the personal jab, she used it as a platform to strengthen her convictions. She emphasized that my forebears created their lives without government support and that they adhered to the law. In her mind, there was a crucial difference between then and now. This was a crucial moment. Houston's decision to research Lauren's family history was no longer merely motivated by policy. It was intimate. Houston's attempt to reveal what they perceived as hypocrisy was praised by some, while others thought it was a cheap blow that diverted attention from the true problem: how to deal with the immigration issues of today.
For them to go that deep in your background, you have gotten under their skin to a level I didn't think was possible. What is it about you that bothers them so much?
Well, it's not just me, it's anybody who advocates for merit-based immigration or has an issue with open borders. And again, just like you said, they don't seem to understand that we, on the right, believe.
The argument turned into a nuanced fight about whether immigration laws in the 1800s can even be compared to those in the present. Both then and now, it appears to be a reasonable comparison. In search of a better life, people have traveled to America. The immigration environment of the 1800s, however, was very different, mainly unregulated, with land up for grabs and little regulations, as Lauren noted. The immigration system of today is a complex network of regulations, social welfare initiatives, and security issues. It's more complicated than that. The assimilation point was crucial for Hostin. She maintained that the process of cultural assimilation has always been gradual and delayed. The fact that Lauren's family contributed without seeking favors and complied with the regulations, however, was the true problem, an important distinction in the contentious immigration discussion of today. This gap reflects a far wider difference in American attitudes about immigration, influenced by political philosophy, identity, and history.
I do believe that the immigration crisis of today is apples to oranges from what it was in the 1800s when immigrants came to this country legally, were documented, worked for themselves, asked for nothing, and built a life and a family. That has nothing to do with the illegal immigration crisis of today.
This was more than just a policy issue. The argument became much more heated and polarizing after a personal jab. Not only was she doubting Lauren's beliefs, but she was also casting doubt on her moral character by using someone's family background to further her political agenda. Audacious. Lahren, however, was unfazed. In order to rally her followers and maintain her composure under duress, she reversed the script and made a joke about Houston's genealogical prowess. Social media was bustling on both sides as the aftermath happened quickly. While some thought Houston's genealogy investigation was a desperate attempt to undermine Lahren, others thought it was a shrewd move to reveal hypocrisy. The View, meantime, found itself in the center. Viewers who supported Houston's position found resonance in it, but it also sparked debate about the show's tone. Panel discussions are frequently heated, but they may also turn a person's family history into a battlefield where the boundaries between personal and policy are blurred.
I lost my job at a conservative network because I said I was pro-choice. That's a big no-no. It was a big no-no. You know, I offended the community. I went on The View and I said just a point that a feeling that I've had for a long time. I'm very limited government. Like, that's just me. I'm not pro-abortion. I'm just very limited government. That's my perspective on a lot of things. And I lost my job at a conservative network for that.
How did you know you lost your job? Like, what did that look like? So you go on The View, you say this, and then what happened?
Then they told me, don't come back on Monday to do your show. You're suspended indefinitely. That's how it was.
Were you shocked? Were you like, oh, this makes sense?
No, I was shocked. And that's why the lawsuit ensued. I have a view that some conservatives still to this day take a real issue with, and they tell me I'm not a real conservative or this or that. It's on both.
After everything was said and done, attention returned to the main topic: immigration policy. Lahren made it apparent that she was in favor of upholding the law rather than rejecting immigrants. Political debates frequently obscure the obvious difference between legal immigrants who adhere to the law and those who enter the country illegally. Whether or not you agree with her, her ability to maintain composure and make her point while facing criticism demonstrates why she is such a talented debater. In order to justify her choice to bring up Lauren's heritage, Hostin presented it as an effort to draw attention to the difficulties associated with immigration. However, she unintentionally gave Lahren the victory by making it so personal, transforming the assault into a call to action for her followers. It also made the audience confront the unsettling reality that it is more difficult to reach an agreement when the boundaries between personal attacks and policy are blurred. A broader political and cultural division is at the center of this discussion. People who support a humanitarian approach and view immigration as a fundamental component of America's identity are on one side. Those who advocate for rigorous enforcement and a merit-based system based on independence, on the other hand. Here's the irony, though. It's likely that both sides have more in common than they think. The contributions that immigrants have made to America are valued by both Hostin and Lahren. Both acknowledge the value of integration and, in their own ways, feel that they are fighting for the nation's best interests. However, those similarities are obscured by the drama of live television in the heat of the moment.
Provide them with DNA, 23andMe, because I cannot believe the detail on your background that they were able to get.
Well, I don't have to. She did all the research for me, so I'm sure my family is very appreciative.
What about Joy saying, though, what are your skills? It's beyond research. It is personal. It is mean.
Well, of course, this is classical Joy Behar, but I would like to ask Joy Behar what her skills are, because perhaps we could swap stories. I know I watch Joy, and she seems like a highly skilled lady, but for her to attack me, that's really interesting. Those in glass
This was
houses
ultimately
should not
more than a policy dispute. When arguments turned from exchanging ideas to disparaging individuals, it was an indication of how very personal politics have become. Everything seems more intimate and intense. This discussion is far from finished, regardless of whether you're on Team Lahren or Team Hostin. If anything, it shows that daytime TV can still produce moments that make viewers think about what's truly at issue. What do you think then? Did this go too far, or is it okay to bring up someone's personal history in political discussions? Tell me in the comments below. Please remember to hit like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. I'll see you at the following one. Calm.